Okay everyone, I'm going to show you how to properly pick a picture to be used as a background, picture especially for background. So I went to Google, clicked on images, typed in Cancun because that's the spot I'm sending my family to. If you look down here, and I say, gee, I like this as my background. Well, most resolutions, and we're going to have a set resolution, screen resolution we're going to use for our project, most of them are going to be 1,000 by something or more. 1,000 or 1,300, 1,400, something like that. And look at the size of this picture. Oops. It's only 468 by 300. So it's about a quarter of the screen. So when I stretch it to fill the screen, it's going to get very blurry. So let's see that. So I'm going to go to full size image. And I'm going to right click, save picture as. Very good to save pictures. Don't just copy paste, because when you save them, then you can do things with them. You can edit them in Photoshop. You can do other things with them. Okay, so here I have this other picture I was working on that I'm not going to use. So I'm going to format the background, file, and here's the one I just got. And you can see it looks very grainy. In fact, right now it's only in the design view. If I show you full screen view, you can see that picture looks pretty crappy. Okay, it's a lot of graininess going on. Okay, so you don't want to use small pictures for backgrounds in PowerPoint. Instead, what you should have done, I'll go back to my search, is find one that was a big picture. So if I look at this one, you'll see the resolution instead of, what was this one? 400 something by whatever. It's 1200 something, so it's like 3 times bigger. So when I use that in the background, it's going to look nice and crisp and clear. And you might say, well, gee, instead of looking at each one of these and putting my mouse over ones and seeing what the size is there a better way to do that? Yeah, there is in Google. You can click on Search Tools. And then instead of it being set to any size, choose large size. And then you'll see that one that we picked before isn't even available. And all the ones I put my mouse over are going to be over 1,000 something by whatever. Okay, so the bigger they are, the better. Because then even if it gets shrunk down a little, you don't lose any quality. But whenever you stretch something, you do. So here's that one we were going to use. And remember, don't ever accept what's here. But certainly don't accept what's on the page with all the little, we call them thumbnails. Because if you do, if it will ever show back up, if you choose this thumbnail, I don't know what the size is here, it's probably 100, 200 by 100. Other thing to point out too is make sure you choose ones that are landscape, not portrait, because PowerPoint is a landscape display, so the portrait one's never going to fill the screen because it's, it's portrait. Okay, so we're going to click back on this one. I'm not going to accept the thumbnail over there. I'm not even going to save this. I'm always going to click on full size image first. And then I'm going to right click, save picture as, whatever the name is. Notice it's a JPEG. And then we're going to change this to the new one I just got. And now when we look at the slideshow, you got a nice crisp background. Use big pictures. Don't ever use small ones, especially even if you're going to insert a picture. Like that one we had before, and just stretch it some. It's even going to lose its quality. So always use big pictures. Unless you know for certain you're going to be using like a volleyball, like on this one, and it's only going to be a little small thing. But anytime you're going to have a big picture filling the whole screen or half the screen or whatever, make sure you get a picture that's big enough that doesn't need to be stretched, because once you stretch it, they start looking like crap. So avoid blurry pictures for backgrounds and even when you insert them.